All right, guys. So now that we've learned a little bit about BigQuery and how to work with it, we're going to add some data to it. And so the way that we do that is we come to our project and make sure that you're in your selected project that you want to add your data set to. And go ahead and click here and create dataset. So your dataset ID that you enter is just what the name is, and it needs to be something unique. And so I'm just going to call it Chinook because all the data that we have is going to come straight from the Chinook database. There's different options. I usually just leave all of the defaults, multi-region, as well as I don't link to an external data set, at least not in this case. Tags, we're going to leave alone for now. And then advanced options, we don't need to encrypt anything because all the data that we're doing is pretty straightforward. And we're just going to leave those alone. And so what we're going to do right now is create data set. And as soon as you see that, you should get this little toast message right here, as well as this data set. And if you roll it down like this, there's nothing in there. And so what we want to do now that we've added the data set is create a table. And so if you haven't already downloaded all of the CSV files that have all of the data sets in them or tables, go ahead and do that right now. And so once you've downloaded that, we're going to create table from an upload. And so we need to go and select the file wherever it is on your machine. And so for me, I already have all of these actually in my desktop. So if you look right here, you can see Chinook, and then album.csv will be our first one. And so let's go ahead and open that up right here. And there we go. We'll add that in. And it will automatically update the CSV format, as well as the project and the data set should be there. We also want to update the table name. So we'll just call this album. And we'll leave that alone for native table. And something that Google BigQuery, at least in my experience, is pretty good at is auto detecting. And the schema is basically just the type of column that it is. So if it has strings in it, or if it has integers or floats, or date times are really popular, or Boolean, like true false variables, that's what's going to do that for us. Everything else we can just leave alone. Partitioning is really, really good if you have a massive data set. Our data set is only, I think it was like 11 kilobytes this table was. And so we don't really need anything huge. So we'll go ahead and create the table. It will create that job for us. It will load the job, and then it will give us that message. And if we come right here, it will give us back the schema. So if you can see this, that means that you successfully updated or added your first table. And if we look over here in can't talk. If we look over here in preview, you can actually see all of the albums. So this is actually what's inside of our data set. Each album has an ID, it has a title, and it has an artist ID, right? And if we come here to query, what's nice about Google BigQuery is it will automatically fill out the SQL for us, kind of a template. And if we do this select star, we'll talk about this later, but select star basically just means give me everything back. And then we run this. We'll see, oh, here's our results. Pretty neat. And so now that we have our first table in there, close this. Don't really want that. Close that. Let's do that same exact thing with all of them. And so I'll probably just kind of fast forward to this part here. And unfortunately, Google BigQuery doesn't really have a very reliable option to upload a ton of CSVs at the same time. And so we're just going to have to upload them one at a time. All right, so I just wrapped up uploading all of those. And so you should see this nice little recently opened tab full of everything you just created. And it should look something like this. And so as far as the naming convention goes, in some SQL bases, it'll be like albums and artists, plural. But this one just came to us, just album, singular. So we'll just keep it that same way. And so now that this is all in here, I'll just show you guys another SQL query. And so we can do, actually it's easy, it's just like this. So if we come here, we'll look at track. We'll select just everything from the track, and then this will limit it to 1,000 records. And so you can see here's a few of the titles of some songs. So you might know some of them, but this is what the inside of it looks like. And we've got some other fields. We've got album ID, media type ID, genre, composer or composers, because that's kind of a list of them. The song length in milliseconds, the song size in bytes, and then the unit price. Backwoods songs used to be 99 cents a piece. So anyways, now we have successfully uploaded the data into our Google BigQuery. So in the next video, we'll learn a little bit more. See you guys there.